Oh, that reminds me. Have you seen the trailer for Wonka?
Yes, I was actually going to ask you that, but then I forgot about it. It actually looks decent. Like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm intrigued with this.
Well, the thing with me is, like, so this is the I can actually, I could probably find the link and put it in the description. But, so one of my mom's former coworker's sons, when he was in college, did, for a class, did, a show of, Willy Wonka, but where he was actually just, a drug-addicted psychopath. Okay. So, the reason he was trying to get rid of the factory was because the FBI was closing in, and he needed to, escape. And there's a part where it's like, oh, why did you do this? Whoores. Scrumdiddlyumptious whores. And the dude playing him in the Wonka trailer looks, very similar in, vibes. He's got, the black fro, and, he's, really pale.
Timothée Chalamet?
I guess. I don't know his name.
Okay.
But he's just, he looks really similar. So, just seeing it, I immediately sent the picture of it to my mom and was like, oh, look! Whoores! Because, it's one of those things that just, we quote all the fucking time. For no reason. And I love it. I love that it's validating.
And it's just the fact that you have Hugh Grant as an Oompa Loompa is just hilarious. So it's okay, we gotta watch it just for that. Because because from the original teaser images, it looked like it was gonna be every other Hollywood fucking thing where it was oh, it's gonna be this dark and edgy prequel to Willy Wonka, and then the trailer is just this really nice, lovely, heartwarming, wholesome movie where a guy just really wants to make chocolate, but some people are just won't let him, so he's gotta, think outside the box. And sure, it's not reinventing the wheel or anything, but sometimes that's enough, and it's nice.
Yeah. Plus, it could still be both.
And it's also it's from the guy who directed Paddington, which is the movie that took the internet by storm with how wholesome and lovely it is. Mm. So I have a feeling it's going to go in that direction as well. So I'm intrigued with this. I accept your premise.
I would love if it's really wholesome and lovely through most of it, and then at the end it just suddenly gets super fucked up.
Yes, of course you would.
Because that'd be funny. If it's entirely wholesome, I fully appreciate that. But it would be very my humor for it to be super wholesome, and then just suddenly, there's a twist, and then he enslaves the Oompa Loompas and suffocates somebody in the chocolate tube. He invented the TV miniaturizing thing as a torture device. Make it a 70s movie. Everything goes to
the original Willy Wonka.
Kind of, but like a fucked up 70s movie where everything just ends badly, and that's how it ends because they were depressed.
What you have to do. Shoot self.
I always think back to that fucking Family Guy thing.
Yeah, no, that's what I just quoted. I
know, I always think back to that because it's accurate. I fucking hate it. I hate that. I like a good dark ending, but only when it's actually earned. I feel like too many people, mistake a happy ending for a good ending.
Yeah. Because that's what it is nowadays, because there were so many movies that, had happy endings, but now, all these horror movies are just... Because it's oh, the villain wins. Every, A24 movie is the villain wins. The villain wins. It's it's not special anymore, guys. I get, again, I like a good dark ending, but it's it's not special anymore, guys. You gotta, it's not interesting anymore. When everybody is doing it, it's not interesting. Calm down.
I don't know, I feel horror kind of can get away with that. Because,
when
it's horror.
It gets tiring after a while.
Yeah. Plus, there's also only so much that the characters in a horror movie can win. It depends.
Well, my friend offered another one. He's like, okay, since everyone is doing, the villain wins, have it be a stalemate. Nobody wins!
Oh, like the terrible third Batman vampire book.
Sure.
I fucking hate those with a burning passion of 1,000 suns.
I know.
Like, I can never say it enough.
I know, you went on a whole rant about it when you were doing Arkham Asylum. We know.
And I'm gonna do it again every time we play another Batman game. Like, people need to know. They need to be warned. They need to be reminded. Never forget what they did to us.
Sure.
You know, like, much as I love Kelly Jones, like, you wasted your time on that one. Doug Monk, on the other hand...
context. I just know that you hate it and it's not good to you, so that's all I know.
Kelly Jones is the artist. He's a really good, like, abstract style artist who does, like, he works really well for, like, horror stuff. And just complete waste of his abilities. Because, like, the first book is fine, the second one is completely pointless, and the third one is absolute dog shit. And if I could, I would erase it from history.
Along with Grease and Rent.
If I had to pick one, I would pick that instead of Grease and Rent. Though Rent is up there. Because fuck Rent.
Why do you hate Grease so much? I know why you hate Rent.
It's just terrible.
Okay.
It's genuinely just fucking annoying. And it's one of those plays that's held up there by theater kids. It's like, oh, it's amazing. It's a classic musical. It sucks. It's just nonsense and stupidity. Like, I like nonsense and stupidity, but it has to be entertaining nonsense and stupidity.
This isn't, like, the main reason why you don't like Rent. It's just misery porn, essentially.
That's not why I don't like Rent. I don't like Rent because it has nothing to actually say, and what little it does have to say is completely fucking stupid. And mishandled. And it's just also it's just bad. Like, objectively bad. Like, I hate Rent for analytical reasons. I hate Grease entirely for personal reasons. The fuck is the last bit? There we go. Oh, you're doing one of the pillars.
Yeah, I just did the other one, so I'm like, you're doing the console for now, so let me go do this.
The computer is also one of the really annoying ones, because, like, with the computer stand and shit.
Yeah, because you have to really get underneath, and it has, like, all these nooks and crannies for, like, no fucking reason.
Like, you could have just made it flat.
Yeah, but that's too easy. It's like, this is already the big fucking, ending level. You could just make it a little bit... It's like where you have all this shit to deep clean, and it's just like, oh no, let's just be assholes still at the very end. It's like, oh, come on. A Blue Beetle trailer that came out a day or two ago.
Oh, there's a new one?
Yeah, it's the final trailer. So it's big and epic and shit. The main reason I wanted to bring it up, I wanted to rant about shit.
Okay.
Not about the movie. The movie looks fucking fantastic. I am so stoked for it. It is... I'm so like... Because it's like, okay, Blue Beetle, awesome character. And it's got the guy from Cobra Kai playing Jaime. Perfect casting. The best casting they could possibly do ever. Perfect. Looks great. The suit is practical for the most part, and I'm like, oh, this is happy. And then, like with everything, people gotta shit on my fucking parade because people are fucking assholes. Because people are like, oh, it looks so generic and bland because it's you know what it's doing? It's trying too hard to be like Iron Man. It's like it's a mech suit. Like what do you think they're gonna try and do? And just because it has the same type of technology, it doesn't fucking mean that they're trying to rip off Iron Man. It just means that's his powers. He has a magic scarab thing and technological scarab thingy. It's tied to his back, and he makes a mech suit. I don't know what you fucking want. Oh, it's stupid because it's about family, and they're ripping off Fast and Furious. No, clearly.
Well, clearly, Fast and the Furious was the first and only movie to be about family.
Yeah, and it's like it's also like Hispanic culture is very centered around families. So we were like just talking about that. Italians and also Hispanics. It's a very familial culture. And so, and he is last time I checked, a Hispanic hero. So what are they just, because Fast and Furious has the market cornered on like memes about family that like, Blue Beetle can't do family stuff now. That's it. Like you just, no. It's like we can't do family shit because Fast and Furious has too many fucking memes about fucking family and shit, so we can't do that. That is like that is the dumbest fucking reason I have ever heard in my life. And like, here's the thing when it comes to like superhero movies. There's not a lot you can do, because when you introduce a new character, there's like only so much you can do with that character that hasn't been done a million times with similar characters. It's like, sometimes... So, once in a blue moon, it's okay that they're not trying to reinvent the fucking wheel. It's fine. That you just sometimes you just have a movie, have fun with it, and it's okay. But no, everything has to have a higher purpose. Everything has to like be all this, be this amazing. Everything has to be the Dark Knight. Everything has to be the greatest fucking movie.
Everything has to be a mediocre movie.
Well, people other than you. That's what I'm talking about.
People are allowed to be wrong.
It's just like, it just annoys me. It's like...
As it should.
And I'm not talking about Dark Knight stuff. I'm just talking about like...
I don't know, just into the general mentality that like you can't have fun. You just have to have an actual purpose.
Yeah, it's like everything has to be Joker, where it's like depressing and having like analytical deep shit. And like, it's like, alright, calm down.
Speaking of which,
What?
Speaking of which, I can't wait for the second one.
Yeah, I'm really curious how they're gonna do that.
Considering it's going to be a musical and have Lady Gaga as Harley, I'm down.
Yeah, I'll take it. And then I also heard that like, there's some rumors surrounding it that it's also going to be like hyper violent, like Clockwork Orange levels of fucked up. So I'm like, if that's true, then I'm super excited for it. I mean, I'll fucking take that.
There we go. Oh, right, the fucking casing. God damn it. And the console.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to go on that rant. I was ranting to friends of mine because, about it, because it's like, I'm just so sick of, like, I get the superhero fatigue. I get it. Marvel is in the shitter right now. DC is in the shitter. Everyone's kind of sick of shit, except for the super, diehard simps of both companies. So it's like, I get it. But it's like, oh, this looks like CW crap. It's like, fuck off. Considering the fact that CW is giving us, like, the best iteration of Superman we've seen in years, I consider that a fucking compliment. So, you know what? Fuck off. Sometimes I forget that there's an automatic...
Oh, just this... Yeah.
Clicking the right click. Because sometimes I'm clicking the left click for a while. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot. I can just not have to do that. I always forget about that.
I don't know. I feel like there's like a bit better control when you're holding it. Like, kind of forces you to be more direct and like pointed with what you're doing.
Maybe
that could just be me. Also, I'm calling it now with Deadpool 3. They're absolutely going to talk about the fact that now he is wearing yellow spandex.
Yes. I will say I'm not at all excited for the movie. They're gonna just do member berries and nostalgia bait throughout the whole thing, and it's like, it's gonna be very dumb. But I will say this: there was another set photo that was released, and in the background it was like a giant like practical like effect of it was the broken down 20th Century Fox logo and how it's like crumbled to pieces. I'm like, okay, that's funny. I'll give them that.
Love it.
Side of the top is the rest of the computer clean?
Huh? It should be, give or take.
This annoying thing, yeah. Oh, there we go.
Also, I'm very annoyed, in relation to Rent, I'm very annoyed about it. Because I was talking with a friend of mine the other day, and they were, we were talking on chat, and they were like singing the fucking Tango Maureen, and now it's stuck in my head.
Sorry.
It's like, granted, probably the best song other than like the theme in the movie, but it's still just like
Seasons of Love or whatever.
Yeah, like on its own, ignoring everything around it, it's a fine song. But the fucking Tango Maureen is just like annoying. Cause like I fully understand it, I get it, like I've been there, but it's just like ugh, I hate you.
I'm glad the guy who made it's dead.
I wouldn't go that far, but okay.
I don't know.
Plus, there's also just like slight like personal annoyance attached to that movie because you didn't take choir in middle school, right?
No, I was in band.
Okay,
I had an instrument.
The choir teacher. Yes, you were the first chair in mayonnaise, but the choir teacher would go on and on about how she was friends with the guy who wrote Rent, and it's like we don't give a shit. We're like 12, and she'd make us watch it every fucking year. And it's just
that makes sense.
Yeah, it was just annoying. Like, so it's already terrible, and just like being subjected to it repeatedly. It's like no. Plus, she was just a psychopath.
That is entirely fair. Also, why is this very hard for me to get up here?
What?
It's like I'm going very slowly. Bye. Sad days.
But you see, John, I have the advantage. I have the high ground.
Thank you, Obi-Wan. I'm trying to clean your fucking computer console, so I'm just trying to help.
I'm probably gonna put some like music under this. I don't know what.
Rubber Ducky from Sesame Street.
Well, I have to use like royalty-free music.
Damn it.
Or else it's gonna
I just thought like, yeah, it's about cleaning, so yeah, it makes sense. Sure.
I could use it for the title card, and it won't make sense until like the end. But okay. What the fuck else?
No, you know, be even better for the title song. Car wash.
Like working at the car wash. Maybe.
Yeah.
The fuck is whatever's left?
Yeah, no, it's like if you see it, it's like right. It's in the back. You can kind of see it.
Oh, of course, it's in the
like
fucking
indentation. Yeah. I love how we're so focused on this, even though there's like a ton more shit to clean.
No, not that much. We're at like 77%.
You do that, and I'm gonna do some other stuff. To the last pillar.
I don't remember if I brought this up the other day, but my dad and I, we watched the Toxic Avenger musical.
I remember you mentioning the musical, but I don't think I remember you mentioning that you watched it.
Yeah, because my dad...
Good?
Like, I already knew what happened in it, because like, I'd listened to the soundtrack before, and I'd seen, like, YouTube clips. It's not terrible for what it is, you know.
It's not Toxic Avenger 4.
Yeah, no, it's far better than that. You have to try to be Toxic Avenger 4. Fucking... I will not forgive Lloyd Kaufman for that one. But, it's stupid, but it's fun. Like, it's somewhere between Toxie 1 and the Toxic Crusaders.
That like an animated series, basically.
Yeah, that was the children's cartoon series based on the Toxic Avenger. You watch the AVGN. He did a whole episode on the games made for it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That had Lloyd Kaufman in it.
Yeah, because I know they did the same thing with Tales from the Crypt, where it was Tales from the Crypt Keeper. This is the kiddie show you're allowed to watch.
Dude, that show was fucking great.
I know. I'm sure it was fine, but it's just like, well, you could have some balls and watch the HBO version.
I don't know. They also had like a fucking RoboCop kids show.
Yes, they had a TV show of The Mask. They had a TV show for everything.
Yeah.
They had a TV show. I'm pretty sure they had like a TV show for like aliens or something.
I don't think they had a show for that. At least not like an animated kids show.
Okay. Maybe I'm just thinking of the toy line.
Probably.
With Ajax. The character not from the movie.
I don't know, it was the 90s. They had to make, children's cartoons out of all kinds of things that were for children, like Mortal Kombat, Defenders of the Realm. You know what's the weirdest part about that? It had, like, a crossover with, like, 3 other shows.
Huh.
They did a crossover, because they were all on the USA Network, between Mortal Kombat, Savage Dragon, Wing Commander, and I think the other one, it was either Dungeons and Dragons or Conan. I don't remember which. Well, yeah, because, like, those are 4 things that go together. And, like, the stupidest part is the rest, like, aside from Mortal Kombat, those were all, like, shows that ran long, like, 20, 30-plus episodes. Mortal Kombat's only 13 episodes. Oh, there's also the kids' show of Little Shop of Horrors.
Dad had a fucking kids show?
Yeah, it was about a little kid, and then there was the plant, and he got in all wacky misadventures. And the girl, if I remember, I've never watched it, I've just seen videos about it, was, like, weirdly obsessed with, I think, refrigerators? But yeah, there was a kid show of Little Shop of Horrors. There was a kid show of Beetlejuice.
Okay, that one I'm aware of. I'm aware of the Beetlejuice one. A fucking nightmare-inducing.
Was it nightmare-inducing?
Well, I mean, like, for children.
Mm. There was the kid show of Men in Black.
There was the kid show of Godzilla.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the Men in Black show?
No.
Oh, it's so good. Like, I put that up there as one of the shows where, like, you know me, I generally don't like instrumental opening themes. Like,
yeah,
but like,
you like to sing along.
Yeah, but like, it's such a good theme. Like, it's so good. And like the little alien in the police lineup doing his little dance. And then, what was I haven't seen the movies in a long time. What were their names? The main 2 guys, was it J and K?
J and K.
And J was Will Smith.
K was Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, there was an episode where Tommy Lee Jones gets the fucking alien.
Nice.
Because it was like a minor thing in the movie that they briefly mentioned. Yeah, no, he had a whole subplot where he got to fuck her. There was one where he got turned into, like, being made of stone, but was still alive. It was a weird show, but, it was great. And technically it's a Marvel property in a weird roundabout way.
Yeah, because the original comic was Malibu.
Yeah.
Before they were bought out, and then Marvel bought them out, so now it's technically a Marvel, under Marvel, so...
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing that had a kid show, Ultra Force.
I don't know what that is.
That was like the Malibu superhero team thing. It's like, I've never read any Malibu stuff.
You missed a lot on this electrical device body, goddamn.
On what, where?
Big bulbous sphere thing.
How?
There's like so much shit on the bottom. It was like all through here.
Jesus Christ. This thing is such a fucking mess. I feel like this level wouldn't be so bad if it was spaced a little more.
There's the dirty bubble.
Feel the horror. Oh, speaking of feel the horror. Speaking of feel the horror, did you see the new llamas with hats?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know llamas with hats? Carl, that thing.
Oh, yeah, I'm aware of it. I don't fucking watch it. I didn't even know that was still a thing.
It wasn't. They made a new thing that was like llamas with hats, brand conscientiousness edition, where it's like altered to be like acceptable for advertisers. It was like, oh, so I looked at him and I offered him a bottled water. It's like that, and then it's just like the void of consumes YouTube into the nothingness. It was hilarious.
Where's the
What?
ladder so I can go to the tippity top? I gotta say, that's a pretty fucked up prison, if you ask me.
What?
Being frozen just like that. Not even just the tartar sauce, just...
Well, it depends. Is he conscious?
I would assume so.
I don't know, he's frozen in tartar sauce. Like, so he's probably
John
not.
Spartan was conscious in Demolition Man when he was frozen in that thingy.
He was... No, I mean, like, is he still conscious?
I would assume yes.
Why? But most of the time when someone is frozen, they're not still conscious.
Because you can unfreeze him and then he would be okay. So.
That's not the... Yeah, it's still, that's not the same thing. Conscious and alive are two different things.
I would assume he's conscious. Why would he be unconscious?
Because he's frozen! Generally, when one is frozen, all their fucking bodily systems shut down. Including, like, the brain being able to sleep. It's being able to, like, think. It's like a forced nap.
Alright, sure. Didn't know we were going to debate on consciousness versus unconsciousness.
Well, because that's how it is in 99% of media when a person is frozen. It is the standard convention for them to not be conscious. Because of how fucked up that would be.
Maybe Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy are just that fucked up. You don't know.
That's entirely possible. But if he were conscious, he would be moving. Like, at least a little bit. That was one of like the main things in Warehouse 13. Like, they didn't freeze people, they bronzed them. So they turned them into statues, but they're still conscious the entire time.
That is very fucked up.
Yeah, it was a great show.
I know. You're still mad at the ending, I assume.
I am, because it was like, why? Fuck you. You gotta kick me in the teeth right on the way out the door, you bastards. You fucking ruined my favorite character.
I'm making her a fucking corporate stooge.
Yes, literally.
I know. You've told me about it.
I hate it. They ruined her. They did Mindy Crenshaw so dirty. That reminds me, I've been rewatching a lot of Drake and Josh, and like it's so annoying how almost none of it is on Paramount Plus.
Was that the one with the aspect ratios off, or was that Zoe 101?
That was Zoe 101, which I am in the process of binge watching, so that I will have talking points for when I force Josh to play the GBA game to try and skim views off of Zoe 102.
Yes. That was always a show I watched, but I was embarrassed I watched it, so I never said
because it was for girls?
It was for girls.
Pleb.
I know, but, you know.
I remember there was one time when I was a kid, I was hanging out with one of my friends, and I put on Totally Spies. He was like, "It's a girl show," and I smacked him in the mouth.
I grew up partially on girl shows, mainly because, I grew up with two older sisters, so
Yeah.
I didn't really have much choice in the matter, but, like, it was still good shit, like Powerpuff Girls. This is good shit right there.
I don't know, I feel like Powerpuff Girls kind of it was like one of the few that, like, transcended the label.
I also watched Totally Spies, too. That was just a great show.
Because I feel like,
From what I remember.
I feel like Powerpuff Girls had enough violence that wasn't focused on, like, you know, quote-unquote girl things, so it sort of transcended the girl show, boy show, you know, system. You know, it wasn't like, you know, Totally Spies and Winx Club and Princess Natasha, where it was, like, all, like, pink and girly and about the boobs and the menstrual cramps and such. And yet all three of those are fantastic shows. We should do that. We should have a thing where like once a week our whole group gets on Discord and watches Winx Club together.
No.
Why?
No. I'm not watching Winx Club.
Why? It's good and it's still going.
Eh? Yeah, and fucking Days of Our Lives is still going. Doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah, but Winx Club is. Plus, it's also the show everyone always guesses my favorite character wrong. Because they automatically assume it's the Asian one. But it's not.
It's the redhead.
Technically, yes and no, because she's not actually a redhead. Her hair is like magenta. No, it's the smart, because there is an actual redhead in the group. But she's the boring main one. I don't know anything about Winx Club. So in the main group, at least at the start of the show, there's Bloom, who's the main one, who's like the redhead. She's like a regular Earth girl. And then she finds out, oh, I have magic, and she gets, like, isekai'd into the magic world. And there's Stella, who's, like, the blonde, preppy bitch, who, like, when she, like, learns to not be such a bitch. And, of course, she's a princess. Then there's Musa, who's, like, the Asian one. She has music powers and is a DJ, and is, like, a DJ, because it was the 2000s. And there's Flora, who's like a hippie, and she's all into like plants and shit, and has plant magic. And she's like the nice one. And there's Tekna, who's the best one, 'cause she's the smart one, and she doesn't do emotions good.
I can see why you relate to that.
Well, see, there was that, and also because her love interest was literally named Timmy. And was like the dweeby nerd of the guy group who wore glasses, and was also like the only one who really significantly used a gun. So it was like, oh, there's several things here for me. Their story.
You have a gun?
I don't, but like if I had the choice between having a sword and having a gun to like fight magical creatures with, I'd probably prefer the gun. But their arc got real fucked up because there was this period where like she died, like she just fucking died, and got like sucked into like a digital realm, and he went insane trying to like bring her out of it and got suicidally depressed because this was a show made for children.
Gem was also made for children, and in the first episode, you said somebody got run over by a bulldozer or something,
No, attempted to get run over by a bulldozer, and immediately followed by an act of domestic terrorism.
What else is there?
Computer chair. And the computer display base, and the computer stand ladder. It's all just the fucking... Oh, the electrical device bulb. It's mostly the computer. Where the fuck is the ladder? Gem is another one. It's so great, but like so much fucked up shit happens in that show. Like the number, I kind of want to make a video, just like cataloging all of the Misfits and the Stingers' felonies, because there's a lot. You know, bribery, assault and battery, grand theft auto, domestic terrorism, international terrorism, animal abuse, regular abuse.
Lots of abuse.
Well, yeah, like literally, they emotionally abuse Stormer so hard. Costume display bit. Which one?
This thing, the square thing right here. It's very specific. There it is. And then
the elastic waistband display stand.
There you go. What else?
Everything on the Orb of Confusion, and one of the pillar faces.
Oh, because fucking underneath. That's why.
Yeah.
There's...
I don't see fucking... Oh, it's like right up at the top. Fuck else.
I didn't know you can switch it on. I'm not confused, though.
Are you, though? The fuck is it?
I'm confused easily.
Okay, oh yeah.
Oh, it's all this shit. I thought I did a pretty fucking good job with this. God damn it.
You did, but not good enough.
I know, that's my life in a nutshell.
Sailor Cab? What the fuck is the Sailor Cab?
This thing right here.
Which thing?
Up left.
That's the utility belt.
No, this white thing.
What white thing?
Next to the slippers.
Where are the slippers? Oh.
I am literally jet streaming a fucking thing of water at it.
You were streaming at the lunchbox. Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, boy.
We done did it.
We're
We done
such
do
great
it.
cleaners. Oh god, my fucking back.
What's wrong with your back?
I've been sitting for too long.
2.5 hours is too long to be sitting for you.
Yeah, I have back issues, alright? And it's my back and my butt.
Now, see, my butt is
Coccyx is on fire.
You see, my butt is usually a problem. That's why I started using different pillows to compensate.
Yeah, I should probably start doing that.
I have an externally fat but internally bony ass. Alright, we are done with this for now. And to see all you lovely people next up.
Go subscribe to my channel.